Alright, hello and welcome back to my channel. Yes, I am back and I am here to do the end of the year kind of sort of roundup videos. And of course, we got to start with Spotify Wrapped. Even though Spotify Wrapped really did suck this year, I still want to go over it because I was surprised by, I guess, my stats that it gave me. Um, a lot of people are thinking that Spotify kind of like stopped counting streams at some point for a certain part of the year, which I don't know. I feel like might be true because I was certainly surprised when I went through my top 100 songs playlist that I got, and I was like, some of these songs I feel like I did not play this much, or certain songs I know should have been higher. But either way, that's besides the point. I'm still just gonna go through this and share it with you, whatnot. Straight away, I was completely surprised. This is a new record for me. I listened to 143,525 minutes this year. And I did do the math, and so that is just shy of 100 straight days, which is pretty crazy. I know to some people that's like, you know, hard to even fathom listening to that much music. I mean, luckily I have like a full-time job where I can listen to music all day. When I'm at home, I'm listening to music. If I'm like cooking, I'm listening to music. If I'm playing video games, I'm listening to music. So it's pretty much like I always have music going for the most part. Whenever I'm like just doing anything, pretty much. So that's how I get that much. My biggest listening day was October 30th with 1,145 minutes. I don't know particularly what I was doing that day, but I guess straight from the get-go, I was listening to music all day long. And I played 11,799 songs this year. Honestly, thought it might have been higher because I have been listening to. I might make a video on this. I'm still unsure of how exactly I want to do this, but I've been listening to a new artist discography every week. So honestly, I thought that would be higher going through so many different artists and all of their different songs. But just shy of 12,000, that's not bad for me, as well as obviously keeping my own personal likes in rotation. I listened to 2,306 artists. That surprised me. I don't know how it counts that. I guess like is just listening to one song by an artist count as listening to them, because I guess then that would make sense. Is like if you like a song by one person here, one person there. Also, I don't know if a lot of people do, but I do use the DJ feature somewhat. So if you're using that and it gives you like suggestions and you hear like a bunch of songs by a bunch of random people, or you can have like 5,000 artists that I do listen to. I don't know, because there's no way I'm listening to. I don't even have close to 1,000 artists saved on my Spotify. Like I don't even follow that many people, so I don't know how I got the 2,300. But either way, Future was my top artist. I don't understand. The listening streak was 29 days. Like, I guess every day for 29 days I was listening to Future, and then on the 30th day I didn't, I guess. I'm in the top 0.05% of fans, and I spent 9,036 minutes listening to Future. I mean, I knew he was going to be my number one, like, pretty early on in the year. I think by the point that We Don't Trust You came out, I was expecting him to be my top artist just because how much I was playing that album alone. And then obviously him having two other albums come out after that was really easy for him to just rise up in the ranks. My top song was We Still Don't Trust You on the album We Still Don't Trust You by Future, Metro Boomin, and The Weeknd, and I was in the top 0.01% of listeners globally for this song. Honestly, I was surprised that was my top song. I thought there'd be maybe a couple others that were higher, but I did listen to the song a lot. I do really love this song. And when I do my list of my top 10 favorite songs of the year, like my personal favorites, not based on what I streamed, this did come really close to cracking my top 10. It was hard to leave it out, but this one is just super infectious, and I feel like this is sort of one where even if you're not a rap fan or you're not a Future fan, you'll love this song. Like, it's just such a good listen. And I listened to it 91 times starting on April 12th, which I guess that was the day that the album released, must have been. My top 5 artists: Future, Travis Scott, Young Thug, Hollywood Undead, and Metro Boomin. As for the top 3, kind of expected. While I didn't have a lot of Young Thug in my top 100 songs, I was listening to his albums a lot, so I guess that's why. Is if I was listening to him, it was as a whole, not necessarily like listening to like a couple of songs on repeat. It was just I was going through his albums a lot, especially Slime Season 3. I had that on rotation pretty much all year long, especially in the summer. That is one of, if not my favorite album by him, so that, yeah, I expected that to be high up. Travis, I was a little bit surprised to see it too, but, you know, Utopia was still in full swing for me. I listened to that a lot this year, as well as having Days Before Rodeo, since that got re-released, or officially released on Spotify this year. I guess that really helped as well. Hollywood Undead, I guess I wasn't too surprised. I took like a break from listening to them last year in 2023, so I was listening to them a lot. I took like a little bit of a break towards the end of the year, and then towards like the start of this year I started listening to them again, so it was kind of like refreshing, and was listening to them a lot. And Metro pretty much only got the number 5 spot because of the Future placement. Like, if Future didn't have the 2 collab albums, Metro Boomin probably would have been lower. I do know Men I Trust was my number 6 artist on Spotify. I do have my top 20. I guess I forgot. I should have maybe written that down for this. But yeah, so they would have been my number 5 had Metro Boomin not had all of his the 2 collab albums with Future. Anyway, my top, obviously I just have my top 5 artists, but my top 5 songs are We Still Don't Trust You, Cinderella by Future and Metro Boomin with Travis Scott featured, My Eyes by Travis, R.I.P. Screw by Travis from Astroworld, my favorite song by him, one of my favorite songs of all time. I did have that on repeat a lot. And number 5 is Like That by Future, Metro Boomin, and Kendrick Lamar. Obviously, the beef had a huge play in my listening this year. I had, actually, I did not have Not Like Us in my top 100. I don't believe. But I did have Euphoria and Like That, both very high up. I actually thought Euphoria might crack my top 5. It actually didn't. I think it was in my top 15, though. My top 15 songs of the year. But yeah, I was surprised that that was my top 5. I guess I didn't think Cinderella listened to that much, although that song is, again, super infectious. Really good listen. But yeah, that's it. Spotify Wrapped was really short this year. I didn't include my like weird genre thing that it gives you. Like I know like one of mine was like in May you had your bougie clean college rap phase, and I was like, I don't know what that means or why they decided to do that, but didn't include that because I thought that was useless. Hopefully next year though it'll be better, and they'll bring back like the ranking of your genres and all that different stuff, because I think it would have been really cool to see. It always is. But yeah, that was pretty disappointing, but I guess, you know what, either way, I'm glad. I'm always happy to see it. I'm most excited to see my top 100 songs of the year like in my playlist, so that's mostly what I look forward to, and the minutes listened to. Those are just my interesting ones. But yeah, I guess that's it. Not really much to do. I think the next video I'm going to put out, don't worry, I'm going to try and stay on topics. I do have a very busy 2025 planned for my channel. I'm basically going to be like flooding my channel with videos. But either way, the next video I'm going to do before the end of the year is going to be, I think instead of doing my top 10 albums of the year, I'm just going to rank every single album that I listened to this year. Because I think that would just be a little bit more interesting and more fun. Like, I'm just going to do a tier list probably. So, yeah, that will be that. Thank you for watching this video. Hopefully I will see you in the next one. I'm very excited for what is to come and to be on this channel a little bit more. All right. Thank you for watching. Bye now.